Hi everyone, my name is Colleen and I work in the Teen Services Department at the Traverse Area District Library, and I am back to give you another craft kit tutorial. This time we are doing cookie cutter bird feeders. So you can pick that up right here at the main Woodmere branch, or if you prefer to still use curbside, we can get you one right through our curbside lot. Just let us know when you call us. Alright, so in this kit we have birdseed, 2 packets of unflavored gelatin, some wax paper, cookie cutters, a set of 2. There's either these or I think we've got a butterfly and heart maybe. Twine, 4 pieces. 4 pieces of straws. And a small 1-ounce measuring cup. From home, you're going to want some sort of microwave safe container, a glass measuring cup or a mug, a spoon, and some sort of large mixing container. Alright, so this kit actually makes 4 of these cookie cutter shapes. Because we only have 2 cookie cutters in the kit, I'm going to be giving directions for half of a batch, so enough to make 2. So the first thing we need to do is take our microwavable container and fill it with 1/3 of a cup of water. If you have measuring cups, obviously use 1/3 of a cup measuring cup. Otherwise, we didn't include these. About 3 of these would be 1/3 of a cup. And then we're going to dissolve 1 of the packets of gelatin in that boiling water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my 1/3 of a cup of water. I'm going to boil it in the microwave, probably about 2 minutes or so. And then I'm going to come back and we will continue the process and let you know the rest of the steps. Okay, we are back with my very, very hot water. Be very careful getting this out of the microwave because it is extremely hot. Alright, so we need to take our package of gelatin and add it to this hot water. And we want to make sure that it is fully dissolved. So we will add, and then stir with our spoon until it's completely dissolved in that water. So this is kind of our binding agent for the birdseed to make it stick together and hold its shape. And it will set up completely at room temperature so it can be put outside. Unlike the Jell-O that we think about, which does not set at room temperature, this is a little stronger of a gelatin, so it will set up and stay hard even outside. Alright, I got a couple little chunks in there, so I'm just going to keep stirring. Alright, go ahead and get our bowl ready here, because we are going to add half of this birdseed or 1 cup. So I'm going to actually measure it because I've already got a measuring cup in front of me, but you can also just eyeball, split it between 2 containers so that you get equal parts for each batch. You could also do this all in one batch if you have your own mold that you would like to use. So you would just double the water and the gelatin to 2/3 of a cup of water and both packets of gelatin, and then a full bag of birdseed if you want to do that. Otherwise, you can do it in 2 parts like we're doing. Alright, so I'm going to add this to our big bowl. I'm going to wipe out this container a little bit just so all of our birdseed doesn't stick completely. And then we're going to add 1 cup of birdseed. Alright, looks pretty good. So we've got 1 cup or so of birdseed, and then we're going to add this to this mixture. We can always kind of get the rest of that out. You can already tell that that gelatin is going to make things stick together because it's sticking to my container. Alright, so now we want to take this and stir it around until it is completely covered. So all of that birdseed is moist and all of the liquid is absorbed. There's no puddles or anything at the bottom. kind of work that around, get all the loose stuff in, and mix that up. You can see there's no liquid at the bottom, and I've pretty much got it all incorporated. So scrape down the sides a little bit there. Okay, now your wax paper, we are going to tear in half or so and put half of it down on the table. Take your cookie cutters, they are like a bread tied together, so you can just untwist those. And lay them on top of your wax paper. Then we will take our birdseed mixture and fill these with that mixture. Ooh, it's very sticky. I made the mistake of touching it. Alright. You want to make sure that it's full enough that it's actually kind of mounded over a little bit, because we're going to press it down into the mold. Alright, there's one. And a circle. There we go, that works. Gonna push it down with the back of the spoon a little bit just to make sure we're getting nice and full. And I actually have a little bit left over, so I will probably, once we're done here, kind of make a little puck of it. So we'll do that too. Alright, so then you want to take this and cover it with the wax paper and really press down. Just make sure that we are nice and compacted in there. You can see why we use the wax paper, because it is quite sticky. It is a little messy, but what good project isn't, right? Now, if you need to add a little bit more, you can to kind of top it off, which I'm going to. I'm actually going to use the back of this. Well, maybe. It is getting very sticky already. All right. All right. We'll call that. All right. Now, you want to take your straw pieces and put that in a place where you could make a hole for your hanger. So you want it far enough from the edges that it's not going to break, but not so far in that you can't hang it with the string. Okay. So there is that. And then for this one, I'm just going to attempt to move those over and tack them back down a little bit. Be ready to get messy, guys. Got birdseed all over me. It's okay though. I can always just go and rinse off, right? Okay. I'm just kind of make a little spot here. Now, if you had another cookie cutter, this would be a great time to use that, or a silicone mold for chocolate or for ice cubes would work really well for this too. Even just like a cupcake tray you could use, I'm sure. It might be a little hard to unmold that, but I'm sure you could make it work. I'm just going to try to shape this just in a disc of some sort. And then use this again to just kind of pack and shape it the best we can. I'm going in, guys. I'm using my hands. We're doing it. I ain't afraid of no bird seed. Actually, it's not that bad. It's really not. It's not as messy as I figured it would be. I'm gonna go and pat these down a little bit too. See? Do not fear the seed. Now the only downside to this one is I don't have enough straw pieces to make more than the 4. So I'm going to just set this one out on my porch and let the birds just come pick at this one, which is also okay. The straw just allows you to, say, hang it in a tree or from your front porch or wherever you would like it. Alright, so we'll clean up our mess a little bit, but you want these to go in the fridge for the first couple hours. And then take them out and then put them in a cool, dry place for at least a few more hours. Overnight would be better. And then we will come back and we will unmold and we will take the straw pieces out and we will have our completed bird feeders. So we will see you guys back in another day. Okay, and we are back. These have been sitting and drying out, and they are completely dry to the touch, not sticky anymore at all. So now comes a time where we need to take these out of the molds. So if you just push a little bit on them and wiggle them off slowly. Ta-da! Oh, that one was super easy. And then, yeah, that one comes right off. So that one I'm just going to throw on my porch and let them nibble at. But these, I'm going to try to take the straw out, hopefully. Uh-oh. Alright. Okay, so this one did go all the way through, as you can see here. This one did not quite go all the way through. So I'm going to see if I can maybe get the rest of the way through. Okay, if that happens to you, which, you know, things happen, I'm just going to grab a pencil and kind of poke that the rest of the way out if I can. Oops, carefully. Kind of rotate it slowly in there until I get a hole all the way through. There. Alright. So we got that. Figured it out. Alright, and then we need to take our twine pieces and we need to tie through the hole. One I'm still kind of having to dig at to get a hole there. If that happens and you just absolutely cannot get through, which I think I still can, but I am breaking a little bit though. If that happens to you and you can't get a hole all the way through, then do what we did with this one. And just lay it out on the porch. The birds will still enjoy it for sure. Go throw it out in your yard and let the turkeys get it. So there are still options for you even if we can't get the string through. This one will be no problem though. Alright, there we go. Alright, so my advice is before you let these dry, make sure that that straw is all the way through on both sides. But the ones that did get a hole worked just fine. And this one is really close. It's really close. Oh, haha. Get that big seed out of the way. Alright, let's try this one. This guy might honestly not stay together just because I had to poke at it pretty hard, but we'll try. Looks like it's gonna be okay. It might fall off the tree eventually, but it'll be okay for now. So we're just gonna tie that in a little knot. And oops, and there we go. Got 2 hanging ones. And then just a little patty to throw out as well. Of course, like I said, you can always, if you've got more cookie cutters or more molds, you could definitely mold this. I just had some extra that I wanted to make sure I could still get out to our birds. Now, if you want to use all of the supplies, you would just do these steps all over again using your cookie cutters or any other molds you have at home, and then you would have more to work with, but we do have the 2 just from this first half of this kit. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Hope that you enjoy this craft, and we will see you guys again for another one. Have a good day.